Mirror, mirror, today is a very emotional day, and I don't know what to do. Could you possibly help me and guide me to push through, even when I don't want to? Let's talk about it. Hi, Subby Buddies. How are you? Welcome back to another week. If you're new to the channel, today's episode is going to be a little bit different. But, introduction. I am chosen. And this is Beyond Your Reflection. This is a channel created by me, but designed for you. This channel here is here to peel back all the layers of all the ugly parts about you and to be able to embrace the parts that you love. So welcome. Welcome to the celebration. Pull up a chair, grab your snacks, grab your drink of choice, and come in and let's join the fun. So, make sure you hit the like button first. And then go over to the little bell for the notifications, yes. And become one of my subby buddies. Because I have a bunch of them. And you guys are absolutely awesome. You're the reason why I'm able to do this and keeping this little spunky person here alive. So, hi. Welcome. Today is going to be different. I know I said on last week we was going to talk about dating yourself. But today, you guys, and I told you also, I wanted to make sure that I was consistent with my content. Meaning, I was going to post every Sunday as I stated. And until the channel grows, this is what we're going to do for now. And then when we get bigger than what we can see, then we're going to start branching out to maybe 2 days a week. But for right now, let us start small until the big one reveals. But for today, it's a sad one for me. But for the rest of you guys, happy Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day Sunday. So to those of you that are watching, that are out there, that are mothers, salute to you on today. And for those of you that still have your mother, please give her a hug from me. As I stated earlier, today is a very emotional day. This week has been emotional because I knew that this day was coming. And I wanted to use my weakest moment, which is where I'm at right now, to be able to talk about that it's okay to be weak, but to find the strength to push through, maneuver through, to keep going. And I'm trying. This morning I woke up, it started yesterday, but this morning I woke up, I was super emotional. Now, it's been 12 years now. 12 years. Yeah, 12 years since my mother has passed. And I know some of you probably like, okay, girl, you should be over this by now. No, not really. Every year that she's not here, honestly, gets harder. Now, I know they say with time, heals all wounds. Yeah. Over time, I've gotten accustomed to not being able to call her, or for her not randomly pulling up, or for her words of wisdom that she just drops for no reason, like even when you don't ask. But I miss those moments. Growing up, you never really understood. You just felt like your mother was always preaching and always in your ear and fussing about something and just rah. But then when she's no longer here, you miss those moments. You're like, I wish I did have another moment just to hear her fuss. May not listen, but just to hear her voice. When I did my last part of my filming, which was a couple of weeks ago, that Sunday that I wasn't here due to filming, I remember telling you guys, she showed up. Somehow she showed up on set. Her plaque fell in the middle of us recording And then on my way to the shoot, her favorite gospel song that I had to sing at her funeral just happened to be playing on the air. So I know that she's here. I know her presence is here because she always shows me signs. But I'm not going to lie, like, it has been hard to embrace those moments because I feel selfish sometimes. Like, I'm like, I want you to be here to say it. I thank God that I'm still able to feel her presence. Because if I wouldn't, honey, go ahead and lock me up. Put me in them four padded walls because I would lose what's left of my mind, okay? But I found it hard. I don't know why. And it hits in waves. And I've told you guys about that roller coaster effect. Some days are going to be good. Some days you're going to keep creeping to the top of that hill. But when that drop come, honey, whoo, you don't know whether to scream, cuss, cry, jump off. Like, it's so many different emotions that you go through at that moment. And that's where I'm at right now. And the reason why I say it's at my weakest moment is because I had to force myself to even get out of the bed today. I was determined to let depression win because I didn't want to. Physically, I felt like I could. Mentally, I already told myself I'm not. But then I had to reverse that order. Mentally, I may not want to, but physically, watch me. I got up, got in the shower. I sat there for a while. I let my tears flow down the drain along with the water that was washing away all the emotions, all the negative emotions that I was feeling. And I think that that's what caused me to cry because as the water was going down the drain, I was literally just looking at what I was going through as it just washing away. And then gradually, I started feeling a little bit better. Not much, but enough to get on here to even talk to you guys and let you know weakness is a thing. It's going to be times where you do not want to, feel like, and can't. But for the sake of who you're becoming and how far you've gotten thus far, you got to keep going. I'm in a group on Facebook, it's a poetry group called 6 Word Stories. And literally, I have a picture that goes with what I was saying today. Mentally, I can't. Physically, I have to. Because that outweighs the other. Once you put actions to whatever it is that you're going through, then eventually whatever you're going through, you're going to have to move. Me making myself get up, me making myself move, me making myself even walk down the stairs to be able to go to the kitchen, like baby steps. When honestly, I wanted to just lay and cry and pretend that today did not exist, but it's here, baby. Gotta face it even if you don't want to, even if I don't want to, because it's here. And I know, it says in, spiritual world, every day is a day to rejoice. You should be glad. Yeah. I'm glad that I still have breath in my body and that I am still here. However, I still wish I had those moments to share with the people that I truly love. I can still do it in a spiritual world, but physical? I mean, imagine how you feel in the physical. Imagine a hug from somebody that you haven't seen. Even when the pandemic was over and, things started opening up, you was able to go see your loved ones and best friends and mom and them, grandma, cousin, whomever it was. And that hug felt, and it hit different. Some of you embrace it and you hug back. Some of you just like, some maybe cried. Someone maybe laughed. Someone maybe held on a little bit longer. That's how I feel wanting to have those moments with her. But because I can't, I have to learn how to embrace those moments in the spirit, even though I don't have it in the presence. And what I mean is, I can hug myself. I can still talk to her. When I go back down to South Carolina, I can go to our favorite park. I can go to the Dairy Queen and get an ice cream cone that she loves. I can still do things that we used to do together. That would be my warm hug and embrace from her. But it's also doing something to help me to push through. So what is your thing that helps you to push through? Do you know what to do when you have those moments when you feel like you just absolutely, I'm done, stick a fork in it? I really don't want to. But you have to. Again, because of where you've been versus where you are and now who you're becoming. No, you're not going to want to. I didn't want to. But I did. And that's what makes you so beautiful. Being able to push through those boundaries. Being able to move that mountain out of your way. Being able to get past that hill, that speed bump, or whatsoever it is that is in your path. Being able to not only get through it, go around it, or find ways. And then that way, you'll have the tools and the strength to help somebody else to push through. Now, mind you, everybody's story is not the same. What may work for me may not be for you. You may want, some people have different ways of dealing with grief and anger and depression. Maybe you need to go talk to somebody. Maybe you need to hug a teddy bear. Like I have one that I got from her years ago. It's a big one. Big life-size little monkey. It's an ape, gorilla. Sorry. But I may actually sit on the floor with my big teddy bear and watch a movie today. Just something to be able to push through. But in your weakest moments, that's when you have to learn how to become your strongest. That's when you know you're strong. Because the old you wouldn't have cared. Probably wouldn't have got out of the bed. I know the old me wouldn't have. About 5 years ago. Nope. I would have spent a whole week in that little dirty diaper that we've talked about several times. I would have just laid there and wallowed in my mess instead of getting up and cleaning myself up. Remember, I told you guys, tomorrow isn't promised, but there's always promises in tomorrow. So whatever you didn't do today, you know what? I promise on tomorrow, I'm going to get up. I'm going to make my bed. I'm going to take a shower. It's crazy as that may sound to some people, like, oh, you should be washing anyway. You guys, when you're in your weakest state, what seems normal becomes abnormal. It becomes abstract, and it becomes foreign. It becomes difficult. Yes, being able to get out of the bed and then physically turning on somebody's water, putting soap to sponge, rag, or whatever, and then actually putting motion together. It takes a lot when you're mentally in a roller coaster funk, or you're caught in a wave, you're caught in that drop, you're caught in that curve, you're caught in that loop. It takes a lot. But being the fact that you're able to lets you know that you're stronger than you think and that you give yourself credit for. Like I said, this week I had already, my mind was already conditioned like this is going to be a difficult week because I felt it come. Yeah, I got my cry out this morning. I did. Sometimes that's what it takes. Do whatever it takes to get through it, to get over it, to get past it, to get around it. But don't just sit there and focus on it or think about it or embrace it. It was hard. It is. It is still hard. You know, it's Mother's Day. Even though every day of the year is Mother's and Father's Day, honestly, every day that your parents are here is a day to celebrate them. But the fact that this is a national holiday, so this is the one day that you get to treat her like straight royalty. But she's not here. So I figured that I would do that for myself. Just like I'm wearing her pearls. These are all her jewelry. These are her bracelet. This ring came from my Grammy. So she's still here. That's my heart and soul. But these are my mother's pearls. So to feel a connection to her today, well, I have it on me. That's my moment of pushing through. That's me knowing that she's here with me. That's me feeling her. This is my hug. This is how I know everything is okay. Because I still have little pieces of her left for me to be able to get through and maneuver on today, her birthday, holidays, or any other day that may seem difficult. But I'm asking you, find little ways, little things that's going to help you to be able to push through in your darkest hour. I don't care if it's a pocket light or an entire flashlight or a stadium light. Do not sit in the darkness. Find the light. Create the light. And let the light from within shine. And then in your weakest, that's where you will find your inner strength. You're stronger than you think. And remember, you are what you think. So if you think that you're weak and you're worthless and you're never going to amount to nothing, well, so a man speaketh, so is he. However, if you say, I may not feel like it, but I am, watch me. I'm going to. Here we go. I already know about our affirmations. I am going to. Regardless of the fact, I am going to push past today or the next day or whatever day that has you down. You're going to make it. You want to know how I know? Because you're here. And you've done it before. May not be in the best way possible or the way that you felt necessary, but you did it. That's a celebration. Do it again and again and again and again. So when you feel those moments coming, when you feel like all hell is about to break loose, clutch your pearls. Grab hold of whatever it is that gives you strength. I don't know what it is for you, but today it was just pearls. It was just knowing that I can do all things, because even in my weakness, I still am strong. So I hope today's episode meant enough to you, because it meant a lot to me. I'll see you guys next week. I love everything about you. Just keep me in your prayers. But again, I love everything about you. And so should you.